We're back with the second week in a row with a live podcast, but this time around, is Snap dead? Did Snap die? There's some big news that happened this weekend that actually is kind of worrying, and we're going to talk about it, but we're also going to talk about the new card, the old card, but honestly, that news is kind of crazy. Do we want to start with that news?
I feel like we probably should. That's definitely more interesting than the upcoming card.
Yeah, man, the upcoming card. I mean, we previewed it last week for a second, and we were both like, bleh. But something happened over the weekend. ByteDance, who owns Nuverse, is restructuring in a way that's retreating from gaming. So they actually have announced that I think they're like shutting down Nuverse, basically, is what it sounds like. At least the gaming aspect of it. Which means that they're already planning on divesting from the titles already launched and completely stopping work on any unreleased games in relation to Nuverse. So it's pretty big because if you don't know, Marvel Snap's publisher is Nuverse. So this could have some implications on Marvel Snap. Well, it definitely will, but it's hard to say exactly what will happen. Have you looked into this at all? Do you know anything about it?
I saw this last night, before I even went to bed, and then I couldn't sleep. I was so scared. But I think that's a joke. I slept okay.
You actually weren't scared.
No, I think it's going to be all right. I mean, losing their publisher could be bad. I think it depends on what Nuverse does, and if they're benevolent or malevolent. That's the word.
Well, it sounds like less benevolent if they're shutting it down for money reasons, right? Like they don't want to continue that way because they have to make a hard decision based on the profitability, and that kind of says bad things about Snap, I think, if they're saying this isn't profitable, right?
I think Snap is very profitable. I think the rest of their games are not profitable. I know they had a lot of other big IPs, like some One Piece game. That sounds expensive. And I think they maybe flopped there and Snap couldn't like recoup. But I remember also seeing a line saying like Snap was not a commercial success or something like that. It was just like a cult sort of thing. I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly. This is online card game that amassed a cult following but was not a commercial hit.
Yeah, this is like one of the most successful mobile games. Like it makes an insane amount of money.
So yeah, but that also costs a lot of money potentially. They spend so much on marketing and other things.
Yeah, and I wonder how much like the licensing and everything costs. But I'm hoping that I don't know, someone bad doesn't get a hold of it and try and make it like even worse as far as like monetization. I think the dream, I don't know how this stuff really works, but I think the dream would be that like Second Dinner can take back their share of it.
Yeah.
And
that would be nice, but it also comes with a pretty big downside, I think, is I actually really appreciated Nuverse's marketing from like a content creator side. It brings in a lot of new eyes into the game, and it brings like every time they've done a big marketing push, I've seen also just like an increase in like viewership of the game. And just like in general, it just seems like the marketing has really worked in bringing in people. I think one big problem is that like people aren't sticking around as long as they would like. So we see these big pushes and you get a lot of people that get eyes on it and then they kind of churn out slowly. But
yeah,
I think without Nuverse, we're going to see a lot less marketing. If Second Dinner takes it back, we're going to see just like a really tight ship kind of game where it just like slowly continues into the future, where instead of like these big like pushes and events. So like Nuverse had started putting on some events where they did like the Conquerors event, and they also do any other live events like that. So I don't know if like without this Nuverse like aspect, are we going to see like live events for Snap in the future or things like that? I think it's actually going to be pretty like official Marvel Snap events, I should say. Like it's going to be up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen with it without Nuverse.
Yeah, that's a good point. Seems like they had really deep pockets. They could fund a lot of things. The marketing was so good for this. That's why I think it did so well. Like a lot of other games, like Warcraft Rumble, like their marketing wasn't that good. They didn't really.
I didn't see a single
fire
ad
on all cylinders. Yeah.
Where is Warcraft Rumble? Is that like? Are you still playing? Actually, just one second Warcraft Rumble.
No, I fell off. It's a fun game. I still think it's fun, but now I'm addicted to Overwatch again because that's what my fiance plays.
That's a good one, especially when you're playing with people. But yeah, I think the whole Nuverse thing It's worrying me. Honestly, I just want to like they did tweet out. They tweeted this pretty quickly actually. They tweeted out they said Dear Snappers, some of our players have expressed their concerns regarding reported structural changes at Nuverse. We wish to thank you for your concern and assure you that regardless of any changes at Nuverse, Snap will continue to operate and flourish in the future. So this account, I'm pretty sure, is run by Nuverse, the Marvel Snap account. So it's like that's Nuverse basically saying this statement. So
also,
it's like
if anything bad were to happen, they're not gonna say like anything.
Yeah,
bad.
They wouldn't want to like.
Of course, they're gonna say everything's going, fine. Like, don't worry about it.
Fine.
Yeah. They would never say otherwise. So it's a bit of copium, but I think it's true. Hopefully, it's true.
Yeah, I've never seen anything that is shut down that is like announcing they're shutting down early. Like they always announce a shutdown or they announce like bad things like day of or like week of, like, so if anything bad were to happen, I don't think they would say it. Like, and obviously they want to try and reassure people. And if Nuverse is trying to like sell Snap, they obviously want to be like, yo, Snap, it's still happening. It's still good. They want to like assure potential buyers and other things like that. I don't know how it works either exactly with like the publisher like developer relationship here, so it's hard to say exactly. Like we don't know all the details, but
hopefully a lot of people are probably going to lose their jobs over this, so that sucks.
For sure.
Also for content creators, it could get rocky. I have a friend, his name is Jared. He just quit his job to go full-time Snap, and if Snap dies, it's going to be rough.
Damn it, Jared. I can't believe you would do that. But yeah, it would be very rough, I think, if Snap did like see a serious decline for content creators, especially. Like, it's like, woe is me, I'm a content creator for the game. But yeah, all the people who like to play it too, obviously that's bad. But like from a content creator's perspective, if Snap dies, like me and you, I feel like we're very in on Snap. And we don't do quite as well in other games yet. Like, would you go back to Hearthstone if Snap died?
No, Rumble time.
You would become a full-time Rumble streamer?
Yeah, Rumble's fun.
Yeah, okay. It could be fun enough. Switch to Warcraft Rumble. Man, like, I stream some TFT because I'm in the Box Bootcamp thing right now. Still alive. But maybe when you're listening to this, I might not be in it anymore. But I get like 1/5 of my viewership for TFT. TFT is a game that's really hard to have viewers for because you have to be so invested in the game to understand it, to be able to watch. You can't just casually watch TFT. So
yeah,
I couldn't switch to be a TFT streamer.
Well,
if Snap died,
all right. Snap won't die.
Snap won't die. All right. Now, after the doom and gloom, I actually don't think that this is going to be a huge problem for Snap in the future. I do think that it'll be a problem for like events mainly. Like that'll impact me and some other creators. I don't think it'll impact necessarily as much the current player base or like the current ongoings of Snap, like the balance and all that things. I don't think they're going to like downsize any of the people over on Second Dinner side. I really don't think it's going to be a big problem other than the events and the marketing, which I think affects mainly content creators rather than the player base. I don't think you guys have anything to worry about.
Yeah. But what they do have to worry about is the upcoming card Martyr.
Oh, Martyr, yeah. Martyr, they do have to worry about this. I feel like this is the least hyped card that I've seen for a long time, but maybe we're wrong.
I think this is like the worst card I've seen since OG Snowguard.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, it's not worse than OG Snowguard. OG Snowguard was completely unplayable. I think Martyr will be playable in some decks, but it just won't be like a good card in those decks. Like it'll be like a middle of the road card, which is not terrible place, but it'll be in bad decks. Middle of the road card in bad decks is like not something that you're excited to play.
Yeah. Right. The only thing I could think of is C4 or some sort of like Khazar Zoo deck where that has Dazzler where you don't care. Like you play Ant-Man in that deck. This is pretty much Ant-Man.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'll be the best deck. Not necessarily Dazzler, but Khazar Zoo. Like, you definitely, if you just do Khazar, Blue Marvel with a bunch of 1-drops, this is like one of the biggest 1-drops you can play. So as long as you're filling up your board, you don't have to worry about it moving. Yeah, Shanna, it also is a buff to Shanna itself because Shanna will be like potentially pulling out Martyr, which is also just a bigger card on average. So I think like that deck specifically, I think this could flourish in, but I don't think that's a tier 1 deck. And also Killmonger exists. So until another card later comes out that protects 1-drops, like I think this is still copium, and I'm going to buy it and I'm going to play it, but it's going to not be good, especially the condition.
You have something against Dazzler in this deck?
I don't think Dazzler's a good card. If I'm going to be playing Kazar Zoo stuff, why don't I just playing another 1-drop? Why am I playing a 3/6?
It's a 3/8?
3/8? Sometimes 3/8. If you end up getting every lane. Like, I feel like a lot of times with Dazzler, you don't get all the lanes full, but there's just like something that happens that stops you from doing it.
That's fair.
But obviously you do want to do it if possible. But yeah, if you guys don't know, for anyone who's listening, the Martyr's condition is at the end of the game, move to a location that loses you the game. So it's like the opposite Captain Marvel. Like, if it can move and lose you the game, it will move and lose you the game, which kind of sucks.
Well, Fisk Tower, bar with no name. Wait, is that the one?
Oh, I forgot about those locations. Yeah, this card is completely dead in those locations.
Yeah.
Because it'll just move and lose you the game every time. I mean, you just couldn't play it if those locations come out. I don't really see this. This card is not a good enough stat value for how bad its condition is.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It'll be fun, but definitely don't get it. Do not like. What are the other cards and caches this week? Spotlights. I think you don't get it.
Yeah, in this week it is Jean Grey and Spider-Man 2099. So both.
Oh, this is like
kind of unplayable, and Jean Grey.
This is the worst shardiest cache in a while. This is an easy skip, man. I should take a week off and relax, because no one's gonna play Snap this week.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I have this TFT thing going on this week, because I don't know if like is there a patch? There's not even a patch for a week, right? They delayed the patch, I heard, or something, right?
Did they? I don't know. They skipped the OTA and then this. I mean, I think they're on
There's
vacation
no OTA
right
this
now.
week either, I don't think. So it's like the next changes aren't for another over a week.
They're taking vacation, right?
I think it's like 12/5, patch on December 5th. So, and then there's not another change. Like, they're skipping all the OTAs for December too, I think. So then it's like December 5th, and then the next changes aren't until like January.
Oof. Honestly, I can get ahead on YouTube videos for this. This is fine. My decks won't get outdated.
Actually, that's a good point. Like, since there's no changes, you could just, have some evergreen for the month content, like monthly evergreen, which is not bad. There is like the one problem with like December had some interesting cards. They actually just removed one card from December. Firestar was going to come out, and they just completely removed it from the lineup. It was like a 6/3. Each card you played last turn gains this card power. This card looked absolutely insane. So I don't know if they removed it because it was
fun,
like too strong and they couldn't balance it properly or something, or some other reason. But they removed it from the lineup, and now it's just like Sebastian Shaw, Blob, which they buffed recently in the data mine, Havoc, and Celine. Havoc seems unplayable, but afflict the lowest card power in each player's hand with -3. Celine seems kind of good. Celine, I mean, it seems okay in some decks. Something about Celine seems good, but Blob seems really fun. I don't know how good it'll be. It does seem like it'll be just a big card, and it also can't be moved. And Sebastian Shaw seems like it'll be a good card, and it's a season pass card, so there are some things that'll happen in December that seem okay, but not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I think Blob will be fun. Shaw will be fun. Havoc looks like one of the worst cards I've ever seen. But I think for Firestar or whatever, that was such a cool card. I think we'll never hear about it.
Oh yeah, they don't comment on
data mines
revealed cards. Yeah, data mines for sure. They don't comment on that, which is kind of sad. But if you just look at the caches that are coming out now, Man Thing is in the Sebastian Shaw thing, so it's Man Thing, Stegron, and Jeff. I think this was Firestar before, but it seemed kind of weird that they're having 2 cards on the same week, which I wouldn't mind 2 cards on per week.
Yeah.
I actually would probably like better if they, instead of did every week, they did every other week with 2 cards instead.
I agree with that.
I honestly would want just once a month 4 cards. Let's just do that. That sounds
That'd
even
be
better.
cool too. Yeah, that does sound good.
Yeah, right?
Wow. We should
I
pitch
could be a
that.
developer.
Uh,
Are there any cash cards? Nico's coming back. All right, Nico is one I think to look out for. Nico is an insane card. Legion's also good. They put the 2 best cards with the worst card, which kind of sucks.
with Havoc.
Also, Iron Lad coming back is good. This will be a good week too. But yeah, it kind of sucks that Havoc is with the 2 best cards that you want.
Black Knight's kind of bad. Ravona's
Black
kind
Knight
of bad.
is actually okay, I think. I've been playing a Black Knight deck occasionally that has a positive win rate that definitely steals. It goes really big sometimes, so I think it's not like a tier 1 deck, but I think it's definitely a tier 2 playable deck to positive win rate.
Yeah.
Iron Lad's like a must have card, and Nico's a must have card though.
Yeah. Should we cover Annihilus and our a post-mortem?
Post-mortem Annihilus, I really like Annihilus. I think it's a lot of fun, but a lot of people I feel like weren't as hype about it, but it seems to be just like a good slot into like any deck. What do you think?
I think you and I were both quite hyped for this card, thinking it'd be really good. And for some reason, a lot of people were thinking it'd be mid, but it is very good.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Legion, when like Legion first came out, and he pretty much could just go in any deck. It's kind of similar power level, I think, but I think this is way better now. Anyway,
I think it is way better because it pretty much made Sentry like a card that's played everywhere now. Sentry and Hood are just in so many decks now. I think people kind of realize that Debris isn't really needed with the Annihilus as much. A lot of people are playing Debris the first day, and now they've kind of cut it down to be just Sentry or just Sentry Hood. I think that's like the best way to play Annihilus is just having like 2 cards that you can have huge power swings with it and just like do a little bit of clogging. I think it's just a really strong, just like 2 to 3 card package that you throw into a lot of decks. And people have been really good about playing around it, but it does like force people to have to play on the right to avoid the void from the Sentry. I think Annihilus, definitely top tier card. It's hard to say if I don't know. I think it actually gets better over time with people not running it as frequently because it's like less of like, oh, it's Annihilus. When you see Sentry, you think Annihilus, and that's it right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Annihilus forever. He enabled, I feel like, a lot of archetypes, which was cool. I like that. But we're seeing so much like Alioth and Lockdown right now, like Professor X. I feel like those cards are kind of frustrating. And I think the sentiment of Annihilus has also been like people are kind of frustrated with him. Just I think he kind of feels bad, I guess. But I think the main issue right now is actually Alioth Professor X.
Yeah, from like a feels bad perspective.
From like a design perspective.
You want him changed or what? You think it?
I think so.
Clogging the design space.
I think playing against Lockdown, like everyone complains about Lockdown and Loki and Alioth. Like that's.
I actually really like Lockdown from like a game perspective, but like I don't mind playing against it, and I like to play. Like I feel like it's a high risk play a lot of times to do Lockdown, but it does kind of suck when you like anytime you have a turn 6 where you just can't do anything or you like know you've already lost, kind of feels bad. Or if like they already know they won, like in the Alioth situation, like if they know for sure they win with Alioth, then you have to be like, oh, do they have it or they don't? Like that's kind of like where it feels bad, I think. But I actually kind of like having that be a playstyle. I wouldn't want them to remove it entirely, but I could see them trying to tone it back. But it does make it so that if they come out with any cards like Miss Marvel that like add power to lanes that are locked down, it like increases that power.
Yeah,
it's hard to say.
Yeah, how do you feel about Alioth?
I think at a 6/3, it like from a power level perspective, I don't think it's broken. But from a feeling perspective, I think it's broken because I think I've said this a couple times that I just think Alioth, like you being able to say, I know 100% chance that I win this game and the other person doesn't. Like I think that information disparity just like really feels bad. And you on the other side being like, I can't win 100% I can't win if they have Alioth. It's just like there's no counterplay. So I would be fine if like they added some counterplay. Like I think an easy way to fix Alioth, make him a 6/5 again, make the cards reveal first and then destroy them so it doesn't destroy unrevealed cards. It would really hurt the card. Alioth would be much, much worse, I think. But it would like add counterplay, which I think people like in the game like Snap. But Snap feels like a lot about counterplay.
It'd be like Negasonic.
Exactly. And Negasonic doesn't feel broken, but it feels strong at times. So
yeah, I like Negasonic.
Yeah, but if you end up like being able to play a Cosmo or a Shang or something that you want to play out on your final turn just to like swing the power, like you'd be able to actually reveal your cards. Just having your cards not revealed really sucks in the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so maybe that could be it. They fix that, but I don't really see any other way to like. I saw some people try to change like Professor X. I don't think Professor X needs a change. Like I think maybe some other cards could use it. I'm fine with one card like Professor X in the game.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think he's fine. I just hear a lot of people complaining about lockdown all the time. I don't really have
do you
an
personally?
issue with it.
You don't personally.
No, but I also didn't have a big issue with Galactus back in the day.
Same.
And he got nerfed. So
what have you had an issue with?
Right now I don't like Loki.
Yeah, I agree.
Because at high infinite, that's really all it is.
It's too much Loki, and I don't like losing to my own stuff. But better.
Yeah, that feels bad. And I mean, we've talked about changing Loki a lot, but I don't know if people have issues against Loki not in high infinite.
Yeah, I also agree. I don't know how many people complain about Loki. I think lockdown seems to be more of a thing people complain about that I see from a general pop. But Loki for me, I think honestly, Loki frustrates me, but it's like it's not even the most frustrating card for me. I think things that frustrate me the most are things that I don't expect. Like I really, it might frustrate me. I mean, it's like like a card like Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. Like it's still just like it's just so unexpected that it's like it's just like. But Loki is just it's not frustrating. It's more just like it's resident sleeper. It's just like Loki again. It's like, and it kind of just loses me the game because there are decks that are like good into Loki, but like I've been playing like Darkhawk. I think is actually pretty good. The Darkhawk deck I've been playing. And also, like C3, really good into Loki.
Ooh. Yeah, I played a lot of C3 today, and I just kept losing.
You kept losing?
Yeah, it was bad.
Were you playing
as soon as you
the negative version? Just try it.
No. You like it?
Good.
You think it's that good?
I think it's better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
clean.
thought it was copium, but if you say it's good.
Oh no, I think it's good. I think it's good into Loki especially. Which is if you're facing mostly that, because you're getting pretty high up there on the ladder. You're a professional player now.
Now I am. I've graduated.
You graduated.
Thank you. I'm looking at Untapped right now, like the meta for collection level 3000 plus. This is totally wrong. It says the best deck is a Guardians deck.
Well, that's a lockdown, right? It's like
yeah.
So like,
it says the second
they just call anything with
Evo.
Gamora Guardians. Is it Gamora that you're looking at?
Yeah, I think Gamora Nebula she kind of counts, right?
Yeah, I don't think of Nebula as like a Guardians deck just because it's like not. Yeah, it's just lockdown. I don't know why they call it Guardians on Untapped, but it's really just lockdown. They have a really bad algorithm for determining deck names. Like it's supposed
high
to
Evo deck.
What's that?
Look at this high Evo deck. You see that second one? Oh wait, you're looking at something different.
Wait, I'm just looking at it by 3000 collection level, 100 plus rank.
Yeah, but if you click meta at the top.
Oh, you're clicking at meta. It's never good.
Yeah.
The meta, I can't look at this page because they just group them all so poorly that it just like it's never accurate at all. I feel like. But yeah, high Evo number 2. This is what you said. Guardians was number 1. Yeah, it's just lockdown number 1. High Evo. People can't see this on the stream, but it's just a Miss Marvel high Evo.
The most popular archetype does seem to be Junk, which is running Annihilus, Alioth, Professor X.
Junk?
So it's like a
Isn't
junk
it Loki?
lockdown. Nah, well, depending on how they group these, it's 12.2%.
Oh, junk way down the bottom. Wow, it's so bad.
Yeah. Um,
But actually, the
destroy
highest
at
win rate deck is
9.5.
good.
Yeah, wait, what? Mine's not sorted by win rate.
They just group really bad junk decks. Where are all the bad junk decks? These are all good. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that they think junk is bad. I think junk is good. I think people don't know how to play junk is one thing. Junk is like one of those decks that if you end up like cucking yourself, whereas like you end up just like playing a goblin into a full lane or something. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's risky. Risky to do that.
Or if you get a sentry off and you don't actually do anything with your void, and you end up with just a -10 void on the side.
Yeah. What's been your favorite deck lately?
I really did like junk actually. Has been my favorite to play. Just like Annihilus junk with some other stuff. That's really fun. I like Darkhawk. I've been playing Zabu Darkhawk also. I think is fun, and C3. And I really liked the negative C3 deck. I played a lot of that.
Maybe I gotta try it out. Yeah, I tried a C3 deck and I went 0-3 with it. My favorite decks though have been C2.
Oh, C2 was fun. Yeah, C2 was really good. It's good into Loki, so.
Yeah, C2, Hawk Dino. Like I guess Zabu Hawk sort of thing, but also Dino as like a backup plan.
Yeah, I've been playing Hawk Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Hawk Miss Marvel and Dino. I got it all.
I had the old. This is actually a list that I was running for a while. That Untapped has right here. It's just like the Snow Guard with Coulson as your 2 generators, and then Hawk. Surprised that's still the top deck.
Well, I see your full Hawk list.
You want to see my full Hawk list?
I'm looking at it. I see it right now.
Oh, full Hawk. Yeah, today I had really good stats with it. It's got to be like, I've been climbing pretty well with it, I think.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, 62% win rate with it today, so not bad. 40 cubes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I just lost a couple too, so it was higher just a couple games ago. But I really like this list that I'm running. It's an Invisible Woman tech, so you can put like Mystique or Absorbing Man behind Invisible Woman and then play out like on the last turn either Doctor Doom or like Darkhawk or Miss Marvel, and then you end up getting the Mystique or Absorbing Man extra value. So like if you draw poorly and you only have your Mystique or Absorbing Man, you don't have to just hold them in your hand. You can play them out early. You can also just hide like a Shadow King behind Invisible Woman, which is also nice.
I miss that. I miss going Invisible Woman into Absorbing Man into Doom.
Yeah, I used to do that in your Patriot deck, I remember.
Yeah, that was fun. Maybe I'll give this a shot.
It's definitely fun. Fun, really good deck. So
that looks
highly recommend. But yeah, that's it for the meta, I think. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I don't know. Kind of a slow one here. There's no OTA.
There's not going to be an OTA. We might have to take a hiatus, like from the pod. I don't even know what we would talk about. We'd have to think about things. The top 10 things you should know about Marvel Snap.
Yeah, we should probably do something like that, actually.
Yeah, we could do
the top 10 cards. The 5 must-have cards for your Marvel Snap collection.
That actually would be good. Maybe we do that next week.
Yeah, that might be it.
And then Cozy will be like, but you wouldn't even do the top locations with me?
Oh, we could do story time. I can give I used to play basketball.
Did you?
I could give my basketball story.
When you were 7 feet tall?
Yeah. Well, I've shrunk.
Yeah.
We do a mailbag. We can have people
write in.
We could do some truth or dare.
Truth or Dera.
Truth. Oh, that's good.
That's good.
A truth or Dera segment. No, wait, because then never mind. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah,
it doesn't work.
I mean, it's a good name because it sounds like it, but yeah.
I would rather Dera than Truth.
I know. All right. I think we could just cut this one at the 30-minute mark. We did a good number of topics. I think we
it's concise.
The most important things.
Also, this is like the nighttime live pod. This wasn't planned. This is very winged. I am in a food coma right now.
Yeah, and I'm just starting because I just woke up like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, you need better rest because you got a long week of Snap.
Long week of definitely mostly Snap and totally not TFT. But yeah.
Have you been enjoying TFT?
I love TFT. TFT is great.
Is a new patch or something, right?
Yeah, there's a whole new set every couple months, which is just like, it's basically like if they took every card in Snap, they kept the kind of mechanics, but then they just changed every single card in Snap every couple months. Just think about that. It would just be like they're still like on reveal, they're still like ongoing. So you kind of understand the basics of the game. Like there's still locations, but if they just like came out with a whole new set of locations, a whole new set of cards every couple months, imagine that.
I think I'm not good enough at games in order to play TFT because you got to be really fast at picking up on metas, and I mean,
it's actually really easy to pick up on metas. You just follow a guide.
Oh, I'll just watch Dera's YouTube videos on TFT.
Man, if only. I don't think I'm good enough. I'm also not good enough yet, and I've played almost 100 games this season.
You're not good.
I think I played like
it's
70
easy.
games.
Just watch a video from Mogwai.
Mogwai's lower ranked than me right now, so he's about to get eliminated from the TFT event. He's currently let me see if I have it. He is currently ranked like he's playing right now on stream. But just a quick check-in on the TFT leaderboard here. Mogwai is at risk of elimination with Captain Kerr, also a Snap streamer. So the middle one here is advanced. I mean, you can't really see middle, but it's the one on the right. But, well, I've survived through the first 3 days. Some big names got eliminated.
Oh, wow. Where are you?
Down
Let me
here.
see this again.
So, yeah, I'll show you. I'm right here. I'm at 21 right now, ranked 21 out of 28 people that are left. Bottom 4 get eliminated today. I'm pretty safe, I think. They're all stuck in Plat 2. I'm in Plat 1 right now, and I'm almost Emerald 4, which is like the next level up. So,
and what's Emerald? Emerald, Platinum, and then Emerald?
Yeah, they added Emerald this set. It's in between Diamond now. So, in between Diamond and Plat, they added Emerald.
They're just making things up now. Okay, you think you're bad at this game, but you're doing better than most people.
I mean, most people, there's still 20 people above me. But yeah, I've played less than most people. Like, I think if you look at, like, the person right above me has played 73 games. And I've played, I don't know if I played more than that. I played 71. So you see, I played less games, barely. And if you look at, like, the people at the top here, like, let's look at Zyronic. Zyronic has played 94 games. So it's like, if I played more games, maybe I could be higher ranked. But I have played the least. These people are grinding hard, and I've been grinding pretty hard.
How come the other ones are just gold on the other side?
So this is the casual league. So there's 3 different leagues. There's casual, advanced, and then there's pro, which I have to do this to show you. There's the pro league, which is like actual pro players. Like this is like the #1 ranked guy in the game pretty much right now.
Wait, why aren't you in casual if you suck?
Because I don't suck that bad.
Oh, okay. What makes you advanced?
I'm too good for casual. I've hit Masters before, so if you've ever hit Masters before, you can't be in casual.
Also, I could be in casual.
Yeah, you could be in casual. You could come join the casual. If you signed up, BoxBox definitely get you in because you're a big enough streamer that you would make it, I think, in.
Okay.
You should join next set.
But I should practice and get right below Master.
You should probably get below Diamond if you really want it. You should probably get Emerald at the top, and if you want to get into casual. I think if you get Diamond, you might have a chance of not making it. Because I think Captain Kerr, I don't think he made Masters last set, and he is in, I think he just made Diamond. Yeah, Diamond 3. So I think he got Diamond 1 at one point, and he just tanked out. Oh, he's Diamond 2. Okay. But yeah, so don't get too high.
Okay. I will play Rumble instead.
Honestly, I think you would love TFT.
I've played it before. and I like it, but it was like I played like
It's
2 sets, and it was a long
way
game.
better now than in the past. What sets did you play? Do you know?
6? Does that sound right? Maybe like 3 and 6.
All right. Well, 6 was the worst one, I think, but 3 was good.
I still had fun with it. I really I enjoyed my time with it, but I get
It's a
addicted,
commitment.
and I'm like, oh, it's so fun. I want to play it. And then I stop making YouTube videos or something, and I can't do that.
Yeah, I didn't stream all day on Saturday because I just played only TFT all day.
Imagine being a full-time content creator and not uploading 1 YouTube video per day.
Oof. Man, imagine uploading 1 video per week and it's this.
It's a good video though.
Yeah, I think these are great videos. More people should watch these, and more people should subscribe. If you're not subscribed, come back for the future.
Come back. We need you.
We need you, and also join the Patreon.
Did you make one?
No, I'll make one though. I'll make one. I actually was supposed to make one this week. That was on my list of things to do, but TFT got in the way.
What if you started it on OnlyFans, and then that's kind of funny?
That would be funny because I mean, you could use that platform for that.
Yeah.
It is a fan-based platform.
But I think if you say that, you might get banned, demonetized on YouTube. So maybe.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to say that. Like on platform, it's kind of weird that like that platform has such a stigma that you're not allowed to like talk about it. I like on like Twitch or TikTok or YouTube.
Yeah.
Like even if you use it for other means, like if you're just using it to like have people on it, I feel like you still get demonetized.
Yeah. It's just Patreon.
It is just Patreon that just got kind of like a different like user base. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. All right. Well, that's the podcast for this week. We added an extra 7 minutes at the end of TFT. You guys are welcome.
You're welcome. Hope you enjoy.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.